Welcome to the Sales Trip Podcast with Favour Francis. Good evening, passengers. You are advised to tighten up as we journey to uncover the secret of the dark socials in this episode of the Sales Trip Podcast with Favour Francis. Now, a lot of people have been asking me, Favour, what is the dark social? And I usually tell them that the dark social is not something too far from you. The dark social is just a system in utilizing your social platform in making more sales than usual. Now, a lot of us have been on social platform for years. If I begin to ask, there are some of you that have been on social platform for 7 years, for 12 years, for 13 years. But one thing you don't do is to keep asking yourself, how do I utilize this social platform in order to gain trust more from people, in order to sell more from people? And one thing you need to know about the online space is that the more trust you develop, the more sales you make. I repeat, the more trust you develop, the more sales you make. Now, that is why tonight on this episode of the Sales Trip, I'm going to be uncovering my journey as someone that was surviving on 35,000 naira and someone that went into surviving, I'm still surviving by the way, someone that went into surviving with there about 300,000 naira and above just because of the utilizing of the dark social. So I hope you're ready for this. Now, one thing I want you to understand is that the traditional social media you have been using, WhatsApp, Facebook, has more than you think. Now, one of the things that happened to me in early 2021 when I was at a point of questioning myself and asking myself, Favour, what do you want to actually achieve from life? And as I was thinking, I was really struggling to find what to eat, struggling to invest, struggling to do a lot of things, struggling to send money for my siblings, struggling to even pay my transportation fare. But one thing I realized is that I didn't realize that the everyday social media that I use, it can actually provide me that income that I'm looking for. So what I did was, a particular day, I can't forget that day, it was on a Tuesday, I went to Instagram and I stumbled upon this Instagram video by one of my current mentors. It's called Favour. Now, when I was watching this video, he was talking about this principle of the dark social and I was listening. And when I finished listening, I said I should apply this principle. And that is what I'm going to be teaching you, exact same way I applied it. Now, what I did was that I already had a skill called digital marketing. I already had a skill knowing how to run Facebook ad, knowing how to run Instagram ad. I already have this skill. And one thing I want you to understand now is that the dark socials can only favor people who have real value. So if you're someone that don't have any value to offer to people, trust me, you might not be able to utilize the dark social. Maybe that is why you are still posting on your status, your shoes, your clothes, your handbags, and whatever you are selling, and people are just hailing you, but they are not buying. Are we on the same page? So you must have something valuable to offer. Now I'm going to tell you what and how you can get that value. Very easy. So I already know how to do this in digital marketing. So this is the value I wanted to really offer to people. Right? This is the value I wanted to offer to people. So what I did was that I went to Facebook. Now I'm telling you, I did this without even utilizing any external force like Facebook ad, Instagram ad. I achieved this without even doing any of this. So what I did was that I still utilized the dark socials. I went to Facebook groups and I used the power of content. Please, guys, don't ever underestimate the power of content. I used the power of content and I was able to go to different Facebook groups which my congregations are are congregating in order to draw them out. So now when I posted that I went to this congregation, this Facebook group of real estate in Abuja and Facebook groups of real estate in Lagos, because of I knew that one of the things a lot of real estate companies and agents are looking for is a way to sell their landed property to people. So I went to those groups and I told them how I can help them in order to sell their product on social media using my skill in running Facebook and Instagram ads. Now, when I did that, I offered to do that for them for free, to teach them that for free. Now, this is the power of the dark social. Now, when they agreed, I had to draw them out of the Facebook group and I brought them on a training on WhatsApp. Now, this is the utilization of the dark social. Now, listen carefully. Now, when I brought them to WhatsApp, I think I had there about 92 or there about 93 people, real estate agents, real estate people, owners of company, real estate in that group. And I taught them the step-by-step process, how I can help them in actually utilizing Facebook and Instagram to sell their real estate. Now, I was doing this, but they never knew actually what I was trying to achieve. And what I was trying to achieve, I was giving them value. I was giving them, showing them way. I was showing them how they could achieve their goals, but at the same time, I was also gaining their trust. Now, this is where the power of the dark social comes in. I was gaining trust. I was gaining trust for the last time. Now, after doing this training for them, teaching them a lot about how they can take their business online, and I never knew that I gained their trust. It was up to after that training ended, at least 3 days after that training ended, I got a call from one of this property agents, not knowing that one of the people that arrived or that joined in that group in order to get educated was an owner of a real estate company in Delta State, and it was so shocking to me when this young man told me that he listened to me, and when I talked about the real estate and how they can market their product or service, that he doesn't think about anyone that he can trust except me to be the one to help their business in order to market their product or services, and services rather. So immediately he told me, I thought this man was joking, and he offered me a contract. I won't call the money, but it's crazy. It's over $1 million. He offered me a contract in order for me to be able to market their product, their real estate around Nigeria, to run profitable Facebook ad, Instagram ad, and market their product and service around Nigeria. Now, this is the key. Don't miss it, guys. Don't miss it. Now, in order for you to capture people to buy your product or service, you need trust. One of the things that sells online is trust, and if you don't have it, it becomes a problem. And one way to have it is not just by posting things on your status and all that. No, one way to gain people's trust is by actually educating them, is by actually giving them real value for them to see reason that you are the best plug for them to always patronate. Right? You are the best plug. So that is what I do using the dark social, using the power of WhatsApp. I formed the training, I trained these guys, and since that training, these guys still give me contract deals to help them market their real estate up till today. Now, this is the power of the dark social. Now, there are a lot into this I can share with you, but for today, I think I want to bring it to an end. Now, I want you to tell me on the comment section. I want you to tell me in my DM rather, if you can, tell me what you learned and how you're going to implement this power of the dark socials into your business. I would love to hear from you. Thank you so much. My name still remains Favour Francis, and have a good night rest with a good night's sleep. Enjoy.